Hello subscribers, sorry for the lack of reviews lately, just trying to get through all this schoolwork, and I have like a test every week, mostly AP World History, and it's been kind of stressful. Well, not really, that class isn't that bad. Anyways, here I have is a new figure I got, which is the Safari Limited 2017 Parasaurolophus figure. Now, this figure I got from, again, Disney Springs in Orlando. If you live in Florida, then you have advantages to many things like the dinosaur store in Cocoa Beach, and then, Disney Springs, where they have the T-Rex Cafe, and they have plenty of Safari Limited dinosaurs you can choose from. Now, this little piece was $9.99, which is quite affordable. And of course, when everyone saw like the leaked images of this figure, not everyone was too impressed, because for me it looked kinda too basic. Well, after I saw it in person, I was like, oh, okay, I take back what I said about this figure being like basic. This actually looks unique and fairly accurate too. See, he actually has the hooves on like the Schleich one, which has fingers. And this is like one of my very few legit Parasaurolophus figures. Most of them are like old like cheap ones you get at the dollar store. Sorry, a voice crack right there. Really, and see, it does have the characteristics of any hadrosaur you would think of. See the outlining of the shoulder bones, and all the nice scale detailing right there, and all the veins right there. You see, it's really nice. Then it's duck bill, which is why it's nicknamed a duck-bill dinosaur. This is probably a male Parasaurolophus because of the bigger crests. Probably every Parasaurolophus toy out there is a male. And then you got the accurate stiff tail. It's also kind of thick too. See Parasaurolophus right there. And the paint job is quite interesting. It's mostly like a very dark brown around it, with some black outlining. Then most of it is just like a banana yellow color. So Parasaurolophus probably eats bananas. But of course they didn't. I'm not sure they existed back then. See, like three flat toes right there. Then hooves right there with one finger right there. And it feels nice. Feels somewhat realistic. And it's in like a quadruped walking pose. It could like rear up on its two legs from time to time, just like Spinosaurus, because I think Spinosaurus is able to do that. And like the eyes, see, it's a brown color. It looks kind of weird. And the inside actually has some paint in it. Can't really see it that well. You see a little bit of detailing and paint in there. So yeah, I basically with this Parasaurolophus, I almost completed the 2017 lineup. The last one being that Psittacosaurus, which I might not might not get, because $12.99 is so not worth it for a tiny figure like that. So let's start with the comparisons. First up, we have the Schleich Parasaurolophus. Both are really good looking, but I kind of like the Safari. Well, yeah, this one, if it wasn't for the skinny neck and then like the lack of hooves on this figure, I would have liked the Schleich one better. But the Safari Limited version is my favorite. But this one still looks amazing. Well, and they scale quite nice together. This one could be like the female, and this could be the male. Next, there's a few older figures, like two animals that lived alongside Parasaurolophus, Triceratops, and T-Rex. I think this scales together quite nicely. I think T-Rex should be a little bigger than this. This looks fine. Let's compare it to some of the 2017 Safari models. Here's another animal it lived alongside with, Quetzalcoatlus. And I think this is actually a pretty good size, although Quetzalcoatlus should be slightly bigger. And this is fine. Next up, we have an animal that happened to live at the same time, Tylosaurus. I guess this kind of like works well, but it should be like Tylosaurus should be like that big. But they work well together. Both have like yellowish paint jobs, tiger striping. And lastly, we have the feathered T-Rex was released alongside. And of course, T-Rex seems to be a little too big for this. Parasaurolophus should be slightly bigger. So this is it for this review. To give this figure a rating, probably be a 9 out of 10. I wish I wish it would be like a little bit. The face could have been a little better, and then I would have liked the figure. Otherwise, it's fantastic. 9.5 out of 10. This figure is close. It wasn't for. I wish the head sculpt were to look a little bit better. So this guy is really easy to find. $10 is well worth it. So if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review, which will be any other figure I have in my collection. Well, like the next new figure I'll be getting is the collected Dolly Cops. So stay tuned for that review.